Le Monde. This is the world, and I feel sometimes like I've been spinning around it for more or less all the time. But really traveling around the world, I see it as a great bonus of this way of life, of being a musician, a traveling musician. Each place that I visit, I take something with me. It can be an inspiration or something that I heard or something that I saw or something that I felt. For example, I remember a visit in Georgia, in Tbilisi, on the Black Sea. Finally, I got to this art center, and there was a door slightly open, and I heard this music, these drums. So this is something that I took in this trip, took in my baggage, and I continue spreading around the world. If I go to a country, I see a nice folk instrument, I would take it home. So I have a balalaika, and I have a bouzouki that I got in Greece, and 10 different mandolins, obviously, and a charango from Bolivia. You see, so it takes something from one country, and then it finds its way through the music. Ah, nice. Yes. That's a beautiful album, and I'm playing in one track of it, I cannot say who I admire most. I admire Yehudi Menuhin and Yasha Chefetz and Rubinstein for that generation, of course, but young colleagues as well, and Sting and the Beatles and Michael Jackson, all are a big influence. I feel that listening to them and observing their work, I take pieces of them, some pieces of inspiration. So from different artists I took different things, and it all part of this puzzle and the experience that I'm still building up and still cultivating. Nice. This is one of my favorite. After the mandolin, this is my favorite instrument. When I was 14, when I just started high school, I was really into rock music. I grew long hair, and I was wearing Nirvana t-shirts and a flannel shirt and Dr. Martens and jeans with a little, tear. I was like the real rocker of the 90s, grunge music and whatever came from Seattle. It was so much fun, and I was in a little rock band in high school. We were just not very good, I assume, because it didn't really go anywhere, but I just remember rehearsing rooms with a big drum set making a lot of noise. I feel like when I play, it all sums up to this point. So even the period where I used to play in a rock band to a group of people in a local club in my hometown, this experience I took with me to life, and there's something of it reviving when I play in a classical music hall. Right, what's next? Aha. I thought, no, you just gave me an idea to make an arrangement of La Campanella by Liszt for mandolin solo. Huh? Well, most of the classical music composers didn't bother to write for the mandolin. We know that. The mandolin was always considered as an amateur instrument. Nevertheless, I play a lot of this classical music, and I find myself arranging. When I decide to take a piece and arrange it to the mandolin, it's also a combination of several things. First, it's got to be a piece that I like, that I think that I have something to say about. And then it has to fit for the mandolin. Third, I always seek to give something fresh in the listening experience of the piece. And this happens mostly with the monumental pieces like the Chaconne by Bach, for example, or Four Seasons by Vivaldi that everyone knows and everyone has in their ears. But I find that interpreting it on a different instrument gives the listener an opportunity to hear it unconditioned. I always like to say I saw Piazza San Marco in Venice many times, but there's only one first time that I saw it and completely unforgettable moment. And I feel that sometimes this is what I try to create, this feeling of, this freshness of like you discover the piece for the first time in your life. The music by Johann Sebastian Bach, which is a part of my life since my first concert, really. It's such a complete, such a perfect piece, the whole partita. And I wanted to make a hole in the middle and open it to contemporary music. And to play with this listening experience, you hear contemporary music after you heard Bach with a different ear. And you hear the chaconne after hearing contemporary music for mandolin solo with a different ear again. This is definitely an experiment to bring the listener to a different angle or point of view where he can listen, experience the piece with a very fresh ear. It's like the ginger between the sushi or the limon sorbet between the dishes in a very fancy restaurant. There you go.